So in today's video, we're going to be going over how to access different parts of the island during the Cayo Perico Heist. In the last video, we covered how to infiltrate the compound, and in this one, we'll be covering how to infiltrate the airstrip, main dock, north dock, and so on. So why would you need to access these parts of the island during the heist? Well, basically, it's because they have secondary targets. Now, most players do just go straight to the compound, grab the secondary targets and the primary target, then leave and complete the heist. But if you do want to grab the secondary targets on these parts of the island, here's how to do it. Now, for the approach vehicle, you're going to want to choose the longfin boat, and the first place we're going to start off with is the airstrip. So firstly, here's a screenshot of the airstrip and all the locations where secondary targets can spawn. So, after arriving at the shore, first thing you want to do is head this way and shoot that guy over there. Next, make your way over here, get rid of these two guards and also that guy up there. And finally, shoot down this camera, making sure it doesn't spot you, and now you can access this lockup, and that's this location right here on the map. Now, one thing to watch out for is this car that can be seen approaching. You don't have to kill the driver, they shouldn't spot the bodies, I have tested it a few times, but you can if you want to. But anyways, the next secondary target location is going to be in this hangar, one of them being straight ahead of you and quite hard to miss, but this next one is sort of tucked away in the corner and not an obvious place to look. So to access it, you need to use this forklift truck, then pick up this crate and park it in this position. Now you can climb up it like this to access these secondary targets up here, and that's this location on the map. Right, so we've covered the airstrip, now we're going to cover the main dock, but firstly, here's a screenshot of where all the secondary targets can spawn. So first thing you want to do is park in this position, and when you step out, you'll notice this guy wandering up and down. So get rid of him, and then you're going to want to shoot down this camera as well. So the first place to look is this compound right here, and directly in front of you will be the secondary targets, but we have a bit of a problem because near the compound there's a guard that patrols up and down, and even though he can't see you, as soon as you burn through this lock and enter through the gate, the guard hears this, then becomes alerted and sounds the alarm.
Hostile choppers coming in.
So how do we get around this problem? We could try shooting him, but now, since the guards are programmed to see dead bodies, as soon as a patrol vehicle drives by, the driver spots the body and again sounds the alarm. So the way to get these targets without alerting the guards is you need to wait until this guard is standing exactly in this position. Now you can burn through the lock and start filling your bag, and once inside he won't see or hear you. Anyways, now let's go over how to get these targets without being seen. So first thing you want to do is make sure the coast is clear, and by that I mean making sure this patrol vehicle has driven past. So make your way across this decking area and be careful not to be seen by the guard to your right. So now you can access this lockup, but the patrol vehicle will be heading back and will spot you if you're inside grabbing targets. So if you don't think you've got enough time to grab them without being seen, you can wait in this position behind this box and then just shoot the driver as he passes. And this guy over here won't hear anything, so you don't have to worry about alerting him. So now you can start grabbing these targets, and also there's another place over here, but unfortunately you can't access this one by yourself because as soon as you release this lever the door closes, so for this one you'd need an extra player. But anyways, that's all the locations at the main dock. Now we're going to cover two more places which are further inland and slightly harder to get to. So the first place we're going to cover is this location right here, and to get to it you're going to want to head this way, and you don't need to kill the guards in the lookout towers, as long as you stick to this path they shouldn't see you. So firstly, you want to get rid of this guy, but sometimes when you do the heist, he won't spawn, which is interesting. But anyways, once you've done that, you're going to want to head this way and wait roughly here. There's a guard that patrols up and down this area, so what you want to do is wait for him to get into this position and then take him out. And also, it's best to make sure his body is behind this lockup, because if his body's slightly further back, then the guard in the lookout tower will see it as he turns around. Now you can make your way to this lockup, so take both of these guys out, but watch out for patrol vehicles, as they do tend to come through here quite a lot. Now, just like with the main dock, if you try to open this gate, the guy behind will hear and sound the alarm.
Hostile choppers coming in.
So to avoid this, what you want to do is wait for him to get to about here, then take him out. Now you can go grab the targets. Right, so next place is going to be this location. So this one's fairly easy to get to. You just have to watch out for patrol vehicles when crossing this road. So head in this direction through this field. You want to take this guy out and then get rid of these two, and then you can start grabbing the targets. Now finally, the last place to cover is the north dock. So first thing you want to do is pull up here and then take this guy out. Now start heading this way and get rid of this guy as well. And also you must kill this driver, because if you don't, when he comes back around he'll see the body and sound the alarm. Anyways, now you can access this lockup and start grabbing these secondary targets. And that's this location on the map. So the next place we're going to head is this area right here, and the first thing you want to do is take out the guy in this lookout tower. Now, unless you have the sniper rifle loadout, this will be quite tricky, so the way I do it is aim, zoom in slightly, make sure I'm lined up with his head, and then take the shot. But make sure he's standing still, because the last thing you want is for him to suddenly move just as you're about to shoot. Next thing you want to do is take out this camera, but you have to do it when the guard is standing in exactly this position, because for some reason that means that he won't hear anything, even though you just shot the camera right next to him. And once you've done that, wait for him to walk back inside and shoot him roughly where those blue crates are. This is so nobody outside will see him. And now you can start grabbing the secondary targets. So finally, the last location is this place right here. Now this one's interesting because for some reason the guard doesn't show up on the map no matter how close you get, and also seems to possess X-ray vision, meaning he can see you through walls. So even if you're standing here, you'll still get seen and he'll become alerted. So the way to avoid this is you want to keep your distance, follow this path and stand roughly in this position so that you can see him when he comes around the corner, and then shoot him when he gets to about here. And if you haven't already, get rid of this guy in the lookout tower as well. Now, all we need to do is take out this camera, but for some reason there's two cameras that are sort of glitched inside each other, so you have to shoot it twice. So at this point you can access this lockup, and even though it's the same as the one at the main dock, on this one when you let go of the lever the door stays open, so you don't need an extra player this time. But anyways, there you have it. That's all the secondary target locations and how to access them. If you did make it this far, make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed, and also consider subscribing if you're new, and I'll see you next time.